Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just want to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way, I do hope everyone's day was great. Today, I want to talk about a narcissist's so-called moodiness. And I will go into why I say so-called in a moment. But I want to talk about their so-called moodiness and our codependence, and how these things intertwine with each other, and why it's important you recognize the facts about what is happening. You see, narcissists, as I've mentioned before, like to operate in the gray. At least a great many of them do. And what that means is you might be caught off guard and second-guessing yourself and your interactions with this possible narcissist. Which is exactly how they want you to feel. And what they want to happen by their actions. You won't be sure if you are making too much out of the situation. You won't be sure if you are reading the situation correctly, and so on. You see, you might work with someone, or have a friend of a friend you are around from time to time, or maybe a neighbor, or even someone you are trying to get to know and date. They may not do the typical love bombing if it's in a workplace setting, though they might. Same with a neighbor. They might love bomb you, but they might just be a good friend and nice to talk to, which is a covered way of love bombing you, I suppose. Because there is something there they are betting on regarding you, that they can rip the rug out from under you and you will stick around and take it. And it usually starts with them being moody for one reason or another. You see, when you or I are busy and maybe we can't be bothered, we might communicate that to someone that is trying to talk with us, so they don't feel like we are brushing them off, or being mean to them. However, narcissists will create a situation where it doesn't matter if they are talking to you or not, but they will act like you are a bother to them. Or they will change their mood from happy and fun, like weeks before, and they might make rude remarks to you. And this is all done under the guise of they are just moody today. And they know you are a codependent if you stick around and continue to be their friend or life partner. Look, we can all have our moments. But people that are genuinely kind, they tend to alert the person that they are close to. They are in a real bad mood because they had a bad day at work. Yet this very person rarely if ever takes this bad day out on others. And if an accidental slip happens where this moody behavior comes about, they usually apologize right away, and are aware to never act like this again in front of this person. Because for one, they value themselves and they don't want to let a bad day control their actions in a negative way. And they also value their friendships and relationships, and they don't want to ruin these friendships and relationships over bad behavior. But the narcissist, or even the narcissist light, meaning those with some narcissist toxic traits, but maybe not a full-blown narcissist, they as well, just like the narcissist, know. They know when someone has taken a bite from the fishing hook, so to speak. Because this moody behavior is like them casting their line out and seeing if you or someone else will bite with their behavior. Will you run up to them trying to brighten their day? Will you drop your own problems to see what is wrong with them, and attempt to fix what is wrong with them? Will you allow them to walk right into your space the very next day like nothing happened at all, while they get you to engage now in fun behavior, which is really degrading, to treat you like garbage? Then the next day get you to have fun with them like nothing happened. Here's what I've done in, let's say, a work example. I was kind and friendly to this person, but I no longer made it a priority to sit and talk with them. I found other things to do on lunch breaks and such. It's good to be able to read during these times. Yes, it's okay to talk with people, but some days just go by yourself and read. This will let others know you don't need to be around them all the time. And it won't seem odd when you aren't around when you don't want to be around. Because you've gone off by yourself before to read. Here's the thing. When you make a big deal to them or others about what this possible narcissist has done, the narcissist has won. Because that is what the possible narcissist wants. And they want to be able to spin what you say and do for others to see you in the light of someone that is possibly crazy, insecure, and even painted out to be a narcissist by the narcissist themselves. You see, our codependency keeps us in this loop of trying to be a fixer. Oh, they are in a bad mood. Let's see if I can fix it. Now it's okay to possibly ask once. You seem not quite yourself today. Is everything all right? Because there could be something really wrong, they just don't know how to go about talking to you about it or to others. However, if they are rude or aren't really willing to talk about things on your first attempt to speak to them, leave it alone and go read your book. But if you let their behavior affect you, or if you feel like they are really being moody and rude to you, and you allow them to be around you tomorrow because now they are somehow magically happy, you are telling them loud and clear, it's okay they behave like a narcissist because you're a codependent. And they will proceed to wipe their shoes all over you in the future. You see. Narcissist test. They love to test people. And based on the reactions from such tests, they will know if they have a codependent they can manipulate and use for narcissistic supply on their hands. Or if they have someone that has a lot of self-love and isn't willing to chase after and behind them. The key is to not be on one extreme or the other with your reaction or lack thereof. Because you really shouldn't be really reacting to someone else not acting so nice. Because a reaction is what they are looking for. So what do? Just like I've been saying. You slow things down in your mind and in your situation. If you are in the right space to do so, you can ask, how is your day going? Or you seem a bit quiet today. Is everything all right? Beyond that, there really isn't much else to say or do. Without looking like a professional people fixer / people pleaser. And that's something you don't want to do at all. Look. Narcissists are always searching for narcissistic supply. And the easiest way for them to get it is with a codependent. And they know how they can test to see if you or someone else is one. They will be very friendly and nice for a few months. Then pull back and be moody out of the blue for no reason. And if you run to their rescue or you seem upset because they aren't treating you well anymore, they will know you are a possible codependent and all they have to do is switch back to nice again. And you will take them back into your life. The key is to know these tests are real and they can come from anyone at any time. They are indeed doing the narcissist do test on you. And I want to mention this one thing. If you even think you might be a codependent, you owe it to yourself to really slow down things you do and encounters you have with others. Because you might have been going rounds and rounds through this ugly cycle and not even know what is happening. And possibly not even seeing it as an example of narcissism. Is what I'm saying making sense? Have you had someone just out of the blue drop you as a friend? Or be moody? Or say something rude for no reason? And you run around trying to figure out why and how you can fix the situation? Well, if you have done all of those things, it's your time to stop now. Again, it's a kind thing to do regarding being concerned for others as you are concerned for yourself. Such as asking if the person is doing okay. Or if you want to really stay neutral, you can say, how are things going for you? Are you having a good day so far? If they say, no, they lost their job, and they want to talk to you about it, do more listening than talking. As it's not your job to fix this problem. But it's decent and kind to be a good friend. But if they dismiss you, or something like that, there isn't anything you can do. And that's the point really. It's not your job to know if they are do testing you or if they are just really being moody. It's not your job to know that fact, and it's not your problem to fix it. However, what you can do is make a mental note of how they are acting now and how they act tomorrow. And to not get sucked in by this up and down yo-yo treatment. It's up to you to control yourself. And as I mentioned before, narcissists can take anyone for a ride. Anyone. But it's a lot harder when you have strong boundaries in place. And one of those should be self-love. Self-love that says you aren't to be treated like doo-doo today and tomorrow like a best friend, and the cycle repeats. And it doesn't mean your job is to fix this dysfunction in this person either. And once you know these facts, slowing things down is a lot easier. When you are social. But you take time for yourself to read while on your lunch break. You say hello to people at the dog park. But you don't walk the same trail every day. Some days you are talking to others. And some days it's just you and your dog. And narcissists will see this, and typically they will move on to someone that will give them the narcissistic supply they are looking for. The reason why I made this video is this covert tactic happens a lot. It happens everywhere too. And one might not consider it narcissism and fall right back into the trap of being the codependent as a result. And sometimes we just need a light bulb to go on so we can clearly see what has been happening all along. Well, that's all I have for now. Please tell me what you think in the box below. And I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time. Bye for now. And be good to yourself.